different when you're looking like when
It
you're
does,
here
right?
My goal is to always be on podcast when I'm with the number one rated player in Super Rumble, so people think I'm good too.
Thank you.
And you're matching clothes, so you know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Looking good,
twins.
looking good.
The aura
Definitely
just
good.
rubs
Definitely
right off.
good. Yeah,
All right,
he's
guys,
definitely
welcome
good.
to A1 Podcast. This is
People will assume I'm special.
I feel like I should be over here.
okay, guys.
Yes.
Where's the outfit better?
We all have heavy armor.
Yes.
But no,
Mhm.
So,
let's hold on. Wait a minute.
okay.
Can I just appreciate the fact that like that we're doing a podcast and like all of us are different places and we have a headset on like that? Right? That is like crazy to me. Like
It's awesome, right?
that's crazy.
I'm
So,
at home.
yeah,
I'm
my
at
bad.
home
I didn't
sipping
mean
a
to
feel like you're right
beer.
next to me, though.
We're just here hanging out, and we get to meet like all these special like people, like that you don't usually meet in real life. It's very hard to.
Why don't you just call it like it is? Special people, you mean legends.
Yeah, I mean, it almost
Yeah,
feels like
no,
that.
we really
Yeah.
are because we're like
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
we're like
we
the
have some
pioneers.
champions.
Yeah.
We got some top players.
We're like the pioneers of the
Right.
internet. Like
Appreciate
when
that.
it first came
We
out, it's
got
like, it was
Sabrina,
only
who's a very skilled
few of
few.
He
us.
called us
female
special,
competitor.
but what he meant to
Mhm,
say
mhm.
is legends.
Highlifive is here.
I agree with that.
So today we have
shout out to
C.Dubb.
MEEZYA too for like the podcast, man.
We have DJ Mondo. How do you say your name? Because I always say DJ Mondo.
DJ Mondo ENT.
Oh,
DJ Mondo
entertainment.
ENT.
Oh.
The ENT is for entertainment.
That's what's up. I see that. DJ
Um,
Mondo.
I got that
See,
from one of my favorite rappers. His name is OJ the Juice Man, and his name of his company is called 32 ENT. So 32 Entertainment.
Oh,
So
that's what's up.
See,
got that
I
from
always shorten it and call him DJ Monet. Kind of like Target. And,
I get it. I
and
get all of
Target.
it. I get DJ Mondo.
It's like Target and
DJ
Target.
Mondoent.
I like
I get
churching
all
it
of
up
it.
for him. DJ Monet.
And we also have
Yeah, I'm
the,
used to
DJ
it.
Mo-
I get it.
we also have
DJ
the
Monet. is in the
legendary
house.
Bit of Luck. I call him the Super Rumble God
One and
himself.
only.
Look,
And then
Stop it.
we have
Don't make me blush.
Muggernot.com.
The king. Call him the
course.
Super Rumble King. We all know it.
Muggernot.com.
Yeah.
Oh,
Stop it. 'Cause I'm making
Highlifive as well,
Muggernot.com.
I guess. Here, hold on.
Hey,
Oh,
Don't
highly. You have
you-
highly one of the
don't accidentally put that
teachers
in your
in the
web
community.
browser.
Oh,
Come on in,
web-
Highly.
no, Muggernot.com.
What's
Come on
pop
in.
up,
Come on in.
Hey.
is that actually a website or?
It's legit. Yeah, it's legit.
How you
No,
doing?
it's legit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
What
It's
is
not-
it
it's-
about? Like what is?
So I'm a mental health counselor. I'm a licensed professional counselor in Texas. And so that's my
nice.
business. Mm-hmm.
He's
Oh, nice.
he's gonna need some
That's pretty
counseling
cool.
when I'm through like with him.
Yes, definitely.
I definitely need counseling. I'm always need counseling.
Yes. So the whole idea.
Highlifive, what's up?
Yeah, the whole
What's up,
idea is
champ?
to open to
What's up?
have
What's
my
up?
my business here in Meta. So I have a world that I'm getting built in the process, and so that's kind of like what I want to provide to the community is access to. But it won't be called psychotherapy. It's more like I called it virtual immersion training. So a lot of life
Ooh.
coaching per se.
Yeah, great idea.
Nice.
I always tell like my
That
therapist to do
touches-
that. Open up a VR world for that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's in the
That
process.
is nice because
Yeah.
that's where the world is going. That's a part of
Mhm.
the work that I do with my research is research how VR can improve human intelligence. So what you're doing is part of that. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Keep up the good
Thank
work.
you.
Human
Thank you.
I heard a
interaction and
rumor
all this stuff.
that Highly wanted your business card.
Oh.
I want to know what's your progress for your research.
Mhm. Yes. What's
What
your
up,
progress?
Highly?
I want to
Russ.
invest that.
Shout out to Highly for
Thank you.
teaching the community with quite a lot of like videos. I think you are the most like posted on in the community, regarding helping out. So shout-
Highly does post
shout
a lot
out, bro.
of
Thanks for all the help.
Mhm.
he
Nice
does
job,
post a lot of
Highly.
videos. He does post a
Hey,
lot of
Highly,
him, being
Highly.
himself and yep.
Mhm.
Thanks for stealing all my moves, Highly.
You just copying his and then posting a video off
So
it.
a bit of luck.
Yes,
Did
sir.
you watch my
The first time I
video?
heard Highly talk, he
I
said,
do.
"Do you watch my video? Do you watch my
Mhm.
video?" I
Every
was like,
day.
I do watch your videos because
Next
I like
year.
to
I
see,
did watch
you
your
know,
video.
what's being taught and, you know, how I can use like your
Mhm.
videos to help teach as well, you know, because
Nice
Mhm.
job.
there's
Do
some
you
stuff that
know-
even I
definitely
don't
watched the
know.
video.
Nice
Do you
job,
know
Riley.
how much is it for one video?
How much, like for how long?
What do you mean?
It's $100 for one video.
Oh, hold up.
So
You're
you
getting
owe me a
paid?
lot.
Listen,
He's
these
watching,
tournaments
he's
are draining,
viewing
so-
the videos, and he'll send out the invoices later.
All right, fine, Highly. I'm gonna make my own videos.
Oh, no.
for half the price.
Yeah.
50, right? I got you.
So DJ Mondo, he's
So,
the
yeah.
number one in the leaderboards. He's worked so hard for that. I'm pretty sure, right? Like, what does
He
it
has,
take
he
to be
has.
number one, DJ? I wanted to ask you that.
Everybody asks me that. I answer the same thing every time.
Mhm.
Basically, I just keep a constant, consistent play, which is breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Basically,
He eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner in Super
While
Rumble.
while playing Super Rumble.
Yeah.
Well playing, yeah.
Not to
not while
mention-
playing it, but like
Not
I
to
mean, while
mention,
playing it too.
he
you know
will
what I mean?
eat
But,
you
like,
for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Every time he dies, he just pops a quick,
Pause.
you know,
No
like
Diddy.
bar like in his
No-
mouth.
Mhm.
Just keeps on going.
But yeah, I just keep a constant play time.
Yeah.
That's all. That's
Mhm.
all it really is. Just a constant play.
That's
Oh,
good.
DJ Mom.
Especially when I
do you
first played it,
remember-
it reminds me. It reminds me of Halo, so that's why I play it so much.
Ooh, okay, you
I
go
love
Halo.
Halo fan. I
The
love
sh-
Halo.
the
That's
shotguns
why-
really
that's
do
why
look
I'm
like
here
Halo
too.
2.
Yeah.
Halo
I'm
2.
an old
That's
man.
funny.
I'm an old man. You know
What
what it
we-
reminds me of?
RuneScape.
Perfect Dark 007, except I'm in it.
Mm.
Oh, okay.
I'm in-
okay.
I'm-
You are in it.
Nah, it really does.
I'm the
it really does.
character.
You
Yeah,
are.
and honestly, if,
And that's what I wanted to
yeah,
say
I
about
mean,
this podcast. When I watched it, it looked totally different. People, I think when people see us in these avatars, they don't get the real understanding of like
Mhm.
what we are like playing. It's like
Yeah.
they're like, what?
The
don't get
immersiveness,
it,
you know,
but
like being next.
Yeah,
to
they
each
don't
other.
get it until
Mhm.
you're inside of here. You're like, man, it looks
Yeah.
totally different. Because I watched the podcast before. I'm like, man, that's pretty cool.
Mhm.
But it doesn't
But
look the same
this
as
is like
being
first
inside
person,
the
yeah.
podcast.
The recording, and also
Right,
the
it's pretty
more
cool.
beautiful thing
Yeah.
about the podcast is not only you could watch it on YouTube, but a lot of people are saying they're listening it while they're working on their way to work, going back home from work, and
Mhm.
you can also hear
pretty
all
cool.
these familiar faces, and you know it's such a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? I wanted to ask a bit of luck. Just the same way as
Yes,
DJ's
sir.
working hard to be number one leaderboard, I'm pretty sure you're working super duper hard on creating these tournaments. Like I know how stressful it could be.
The community,
And,
building the
and
community,
bringing the
is really
community
hard.
Nice
together.
job,
I
good
want
luck.
to
Congratulate him
congratulate you
on bringing
all that
everybody
hard
together.
work. Like
you're the
I
man, buddy.
appreciate
you really are. Like we
Yeah,
want to
well, I
give you
mean,
your flowers.
you know,
here,
one of the-
you know what I mean. So
Thank you. Oh,
Yeah,
so sweet, guys.
definitely.
I mean, you know, one of the reasons is because it creates stuff like this, where, you know, it creates unity. You know, we're all from different backgrounds, different states, yet we all go to the same place to have fun, to like communicate, and then we go to like a podcast to do the same thing, talk and like, you know, be like friendly and stuff like that. And it's nice seeing different cultures, different, you know, backgrounds, different, you know, like ethnicities all in one place, being normal. So, you know, it's been fun. Definitely has its challenges, but you know, I see a lot of light from the players, the community, and all that, you know, like fun stuff. So I'm planning on keeping this going, you know, bringing more people in the same place, talking to like each other,
Appreciate that.
Highlifive, spreading some
in
good,
the
you know,
same place.
notes, DJ
Mhm.
creating, you know, like that celebrity vibe from people because they love killing him, and then they
Mhm.
love posting about it because they killed him.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
you know, like people get that drive of certain players. They get the drive of Super Rumble. Some people, you know, they love it. So
People
right.
it's
love to
nice
kill
to
me.
like see
for
that.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I loved killing DJ. I mean, I don't know about anybody else.
He is
Well,
fun to kill. I mean, killing the
Yeah.
top players, has to be fun.
That's right.
Right.
Well, so Abitofluck, we were talking last time about how a lot of us come onto Rumble and we're very consistent on the times we come in because we know that this person's going to be here and he's going to be here and she's going to be here. And it's always like we look forward to the different personalities, the different types of people that we run into, the conversations that we may have, the things that how we may connect. I mean, do you find that too? Like you kind of look forward to, oh, this person's online, I better go and chill because we always have a good conversation. Do you find that is something that you experience as well?
Yeah. So for me, I mean, and even since Arena Clash, I never fit into like a group because there's been multiple groups of friends that go off and like create, just like just like this group. But I always enjoyed meeting new people, but I also love being with players that like I known for like for like years, like Mizzy, DJ, C.Dubb, highly more of like newer, like for me, Sabrina I seen for like a long time. So it's just really just having fun with everybody. Everyone's a great player. We'll get our bad apples here and there, just like any other game. But I think the community has handled it very well, and I think knowing that there is a community has changed the way some players act, talk, and play.
Talk.
So,
So we have a proposal. We would like a lot
a
of good
proposal like
players
for
to
me and
be
you.
in
Hit my finger.
me and you. Yeah, we are both good players, but we need more. I'm a lot of some people, including me, we suggest that we should create a Instagram group chat so that we can include a lot of good players in the chat. Yes,
No.
provide a
So
place for people to talk freely and we can play together. We
yeah,
need
so there
one person to create the group chat. Do you want to be the manager?
yeah, so there is a group chat and a Facebook page. It's just sometimes gets closed down. It's an AI thing. Like if someone says a bad word, they'll like close it down and I gotta like reactivate it. But there's a lot of things that are new to me because I mean I'm just a regular person, just like all of us here. I never was a marketer or like a host
A bit
to
of luck.
things.
You're not a regular
Yes.
person.
I'm just like your brother. I'm just like you and just like everybody else. I just happened to start in early. I feel like I had an advantage of being here when like when like Arena Clash kind of became like a popular thing, and all that stuff. But I like regarding tech wise, I'm still learning about the community pages, still learning how to manage chats,
Yeah,
guides, which
that's
I just found out
Facebook.
like a few days ago.
Facebook chat. I'm talking about the Instagram group chat. I know people prefer Instagram than Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook
Are
is
you looking
used
for like the top
for
players
posting.
to be in a chat or just all
No,
players to be
not the
in chat?
top players. Every Super Rumble player who wants to communicate can join the group, join the chat, and we can share our stories. We can just share our ideas in the group chat. Meanwhile, the top players can join the chat, and if they want to create a closed session for a very competitive environment, then they can just group in a closed session.
Yeah.
So
So for me, well, where I have it right now is Instagram is more of like the tournament and like the guide to like when things are coming. And I have the Facebook page so that people can chat, like in the comment, chat, posting status, videos, and the like messenger. It gets a little bit busy with
Yeah.
multiple
I was
social
about
media
to say
accounts.
that.
Because like I said,
Yeah,
this is all new
there's
to
a lot
me.
to juggle.
This is all new to me.
Highlifive,
I haven't.
I really like your idea. I think it'd be great for you to find a partner to do that. and just manage it, and then you just kind of are in the background, kind of like
Put me in.
executive producing everything. You know what I mean? But yeah, you could. I think that's a great idea. Where I mean, he's told me about the idea, right? And he wants to create like maybe games where maybe you don't pick up, maybe you don't use superpowers. You know what I mean? Or like
Challenges.
maybe a more frequent 2 versus 2 or 3 versus 3. No prizes involved. It's not like a real tournament like how you would play
Yeah, I
some
like
of-
games like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty fun.
Yes,
Like games where we just
so-
play just pistols,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Oh, I
Yeah,
hate that.
like it.
I
Yes,
hate just
some
pistols,
players
bro.
have brought that up. Yeah,
Bro, my
pistols is
finger.
tough.
No,
Hopefully, I mean,
my finger.
I
Gets
have my own
super tight
judgment on the pistol.
hmm Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
C.Dubb,
that's like, yeah.
you've been. I want to ask
yeah.
you how long have you been playing Super Rumble for?
Oh man, that's a good question. I'm probably about year and a half, maybe 2 years.
Year and a half.
A long time.
It's hard
It's
to
been out for a year.
I remember.
The one
Before
thing
you
to
have
find-
legs.
Yeah, I remember coming up, and I'm
the one
always
thing of
every time I see you in the lobby, you would be dominating the whole floor, and you would and I remember you were that one guy. Like you're really good, and I wish one day I would beat you, and because I knew you were really special with a super
Dude.
punch. Yeah,
that's what makes me sick because you
Yeah.
are good now and you're a freaking killer.
yeah.
But
Thank you, I
yeah, it's
appreciate
fun,
that.
man. I mean, what's great about Super Rumble is there's people from all over the world. So you're hearing about like real life things happening
Mm-hmm.
like while you're playing games with them. So you're hearing about the hurricane in Florida because you're playing with people from Florida. You're
Yeah.
playing with people from
Mhm.
California. I mean, Hiley is, he's an undercover spy, and so you never know where he's from. He's. I mean,
Mhm.
he moves from city to city all over the U.S.
Yeah, he's spying on VR. I think
and
he
I
was
like
assigned to spy in VR.
And if you've noticed, I like giving Hiley a hard time because he's really good, and it
Yeah.
ticks me off.
And
He's
and
really
good.
in the last
Yes.
podcast, he was also saying he loves to bully people. Have you guys ever felt any bullying from him to you guys?
No, he thinks he's
I
bullying.
have,
He's a
I have.
softie.
I have.
He's a softie.
Yeah.
Sometimes
What I
when
love
he goes
is-
off, he's going off. He's gonna slice the entire, like lobby down.
Right?
So those of you probably
He's
don't
just been
know
doing that since
Hi-
my controller been broke. That's all. Once my controller
Hey,
been
DJ,
broke.
Okay. Yeah,
have you ordered
All
that
that
new
stuff.
controller?
DJ's
yet?
Hey,
controller's been broke for like 6 months. Come on, you
It
step
has
to me,
been.
bro.
It has been. I bought another Quest 2 just so I can, you know what I mean? That
Steal
controller broke.
steal the
So I
controller.
bought another Quest 2. Those controllers broke. So it's like this
High
time
rank, man. It
Quest.
takes.
He's
Why
dedicated.
your
PS3S.
controller
Hey,
always
it's a
broken?
blessing, DJ. It's a blessing that Quest 2s are like cheap on social.
Cheap.
Man.
Right.
For,
You go to
cheap, bro.
marketplace, you can get them
Marketplace.
for pennies.
Mhm.
And honestly, we're all just buying them for
Luckily.
the controllers.
Exactly.
That's
Luckily,
funny.
It's like
luckily
I
they're
got like
cheap.
5 headsets just for the controls. That's not
Just
true,
for the
but-
controller.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a bit of luck.
So
Did
true.
you come
Hey,
from?
I want to say one more
Oh,
thing about
yeah, go
Hiley.
ahead.
Can I say one more thing about Hiley?
Yeah.
And for those of you just tuning in, of course, it's a fairly small community. There's a lot of regulars,
Right.
that you'll get to know these people, you get to play with them. And one thing I love is, I give Harley a hard time just because he and I are very different, and I love that we're different. And it's like you get to talk about, life. When the world's chaotic, you hear about all this stuff happening in Ukraine and Russia and wherever else. There's people from here, from those places, and it's just, you can befriend them and humanize them, and that's actually a really a big blessing here in VR. You know,
Yep.
like, I mean, I've told
Friendships
Highlight
and, like,
before, and it
unite,
sounds
yeah.
weird. It's like, but I was like, hey, if U.S. and China ever go to war, like, let's still be friends, right? It's like
Why should we still be friends?
He's calling you Chinese.
Yeah, why should we still be friends?
He's not Chinese.
I mean, I say it tongue in cheek, but it's like, I mean what's behind that. Like,
Yeah.
Let's, this,
Yeah.
we gotta just treat each other with respect and love each other as we love ourselves.
I wanted to ask
no
all
matter
three of
what.
you guys this, but let's start with a bit of luck. Did you come from Arena Clash as well? Because I'm not from the
So-
Arena Clash world. I'm just starting off in Super Rumble. So when it first came out, I didn't really mess with it. Probably like 3 months afterwards, when all that like it got on a roll. But yeah, did you start off from Arena Clash?
Yeah, so I wanted a VR headset for like a long time, and I worked hard to get the Quest 1, and then when I got the Quest 2 and got into Horizon Worlds, I went to the Plaza, and the first thing was Arena Clash. I went in there and immediately felt like, this is it. This is gonna be something huge. This is gonna be, esports like. And I started playing it, started like making friends, and then there's a Horizon gaming community that was built. They hosted the first 2 tournaments, I think it was. I participated in it, and it felt great. It felt like, because where I come from is Halo. I used to compete for like Halo. I did 5 Elmo G tournaments,
Oh wow.
and those felt great. Like, I loved the environment. I loved how everybody connected. Like, like everybody was just so hyped. So when I came here, I felt like, you know what? I wanted to give that to people who haven't experienced a competition or like tournament, because that adrenaline pumping feeling, that anxiety that like you get being like in the field, it's fun for like most of us.
Yeah.
Some can handle it, but
I can agree. You did bring,
no,
you did bring that.
yeah. So I want to keep that going. So after I left Horizon Gaming community, I made Arena Clash community and kept the tournaments going.
Oh wow.
And then soon as Super Rumble came, it was, to me, it's like Arena Clash 2.0, better graphics, more like advanced tactics. So I immediately switched it over to Super Rumble community, because I felt like that's where we were heading to. We still have our nostalgia players playing Arena Clash, like OG. But you know, y- I, I feel like like these tournaments have brought people, like together. They have brought conversations. Um, I had some players tell me that they were depressed in their like real world, but
Mhm.
the fact that they had to focus on like practicing for tournaments and stuff, it
Right.
has helped them.
Yeah.
And I mean, I have many
Nice.
stories that go like that. So to hear that, it was more
need to
of like a
document that, too.
motivation to
Right.
keep on going
Yep.
and stuff like that. I still have people to this day that are looking forward to it. They play just to get better at the game, just to feel like that competitive drive.
Right.
So
Well,
the answer to the question is yes, I did come from Arena Clash.
that's awesome. No, awesome backstory. It's a good team. It's a good team.
Thanks for answering the question.
And
Yeah.
we love to
One
hear.
simple answer would be
we love to hear the backstory of the Super Rumble God
That's awesome.
himself. A
That's
bit of
awesome.
luck. And DJ, did you
Thank
come
you
from
so
Arena
much.
Clash, or did you just straight up just start off at Super Rumble?
I think I played it, but it didn't hit with me like Super Rumble did when I first played it. Cause I played
no.
Super Rumble wasn't called Super Rumble when I first played it. It was called Titanborn or something like that. I remember the
The
first
OG.
game
Wow.
was out.
I didn't know
Oh,
that.
gee, yep. Oh no, oh no.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a beta.
So,
It's
I was-
Titanborn beta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout
I
out
was
to
playing
Leaf
it since
Ninja.
then, and I was like, "Yo, this is a hit. This is a hit. This is a hit." I was like, yeah, this is a hit.
Did they have the
So when they took it
superpowers?
away, I was mad.
Did they have the superpowers then too?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
they had
okay.
everything. They had everything. Yeah.
Wow.
And I was mad when they took it away because that was pretty fun. I was like, yo, that was the funnest thing y'all had on this platform. I was like, yo, why would they take it away?
Yeah.
They
We had to
took
go
it
back
away.
to
I was
Arena
like,
Clash.
Right, I was playing that with Zephyr and her friends,
Shout
and I
out
would
Zephyr.
play yeah, shout out Zephyr. Shout out to the Super Rumble community too. If it wasn't for them, I would not be nothing. Like shout out to everybody who support me and stuff.
That's
For
right.
sure.
You guys have been life saving.
Mm.
But yeah, you guys keep me going. But like I was saying, I forgot what I was saying.
We saved. You were
How the
saying
time
we
was
saved your
spent.
life, and that
We
we're amazing in every way. I think that's
Oh
what I
yeah,
was
the
hearing.
Not the
Super Rumble
background.
community is
Come on,
very awesome.
keep it
like-
coming. Keep it coming.
But like I was saying, I used to play not Arena Clash, but it was like different variations of Arena Clash that people made. That
Yes.
it would be Zephyr, and then we would play like at night, and it would be like so fun.
Mhm.
So I would do that a lot until they came back up with Super Rumble came back again. They turned the
Mm.
Hey, that's
Titanborn into
great.
Super Rumble.
You keep telling us about how great we are, though. You were really, I really
You
enjoyed
were,
where
you had the
But yeah,
like, ball
I
rolling
just
there.
remember.
I started to get goosebumps.
But yeah, but yeah, the fact of the matter is that Super Rumble community is the best community in Horizon
Yeah.
Worlds and the
It's-
VR
Shout
community.
out to
period.
everybody,
definitely
man.
a
That's
great
all
So
you
much
guys, you know?
positive
I
people out here.
I
I
want
think DJ
I want to-
wants to tell us how much he loves us. Go ahead. You have the mic.
I do
and
love.
I want to
I do love you
piggyback
guys.
on what you
I
were
do love
saying, DJ. You know, people do find a stress relief in here, like spiritual balance, mental balance.
Mm.
And you find really good people. I have experienced myself, you know, some good friends that have told me, hey, if it wasn't, you know, for you, Meezy, you know, and bringing me around a good group of people, I would be depressed right now, you know, like, and a lot of these people we
Yeah,
speak
for sure.
in real life now, you know, that we make good friends out of them.
Mm.
And I still speak to, you know, my day one since I started in VR, you know, like to this day, and we contact each other, and I've met a few of them in real life as well. I've thrown parties for them, you know, we've hung out, just partied, and
Oh, nice. Heck
we've
yeah.
gone out and traveled, you know, it's a good time.
Bit of luck. Is he throwing a party for you?
With
Who
my
are these-
party.
Who are these
Listen,
friends? Who
so
are these
we-
friends?
the community did have one live event where we are hoping to get more live events as the money grows, so that we
Yeah.
can meet each other, you know, just like in person.
Yeah,
'cause,
That'd be dope.
also maybe a
Maybe-
future tournament where it's in person too. That'll be fun. You
That
know,
would
seeing
be
That would be
people,
fun.
like,
cool.
in
So
person.
that would
They
be
just
cool.
need
TV in the
they
background.
just need to
clear
fly
shooting,
us
you know?
out.
Yeah,
They
for
need to
sure,
fly
yeah.
us out.
So
Yeah.
C.Dubb, did you
Actually,
come from?
I'm happy.
Did you?
We have a DJ
I'm
already. We have a DJ.
I'm happy to
You
kick. I'm happy to kick
You
I have
butt
a
and him.
DJ.
anywhere in the world. You just tell me where I
I
need
DJed
to
in the
go.
club for
and-
10 years almost.
So C.Dubb, did you come from an arena
Yeah.
clash as well, or?
No, I actually did not. I found Super Rumble first.
Mm.
And so I stumbled across it and just thought, man, this is awesome. And so
It is,
I
it is.
actually I was kind of joined at the time when Arena Clash was so popular,
Mm-hmm.
but I found this first. And so
Mhm.
I would go back, like people like, hey, come join me in Arena. And it felt slow to me. And I had a hard time like figuring out the pace.
I never went back. I never
Um,
went back. after
Yeah,
that.
I had a hard
I miss it.
I mean, there
but,
was-
you know,
There was a
that's what I'm
short
saying.
season where I went back because a lot of people were still playing at that time, but it always felt a little more clunky to me and a little bit slower. You know, I mean, name a game where, you know, you can fly, you know, and you can, you know, jump, you know, to the top of the world. And like, it's like the fact that it's one of the first games where in VR, you know, it's taking you to a different place.
Right.
You know, it's taking
Mhm.
you to a place. It's taking you to an experience you haven't been to before.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
the fact that I can be flying through the air and shooting people. You know, he was talking about how it. You know, or you were talking about
Yeah,
how
he was saying that you
people-
remembered him about.
Well, you were
Halo.
saying how people yeah, how people come here and they let their stresses go.
Yeah.
It's very stress relieving to murder avatars, I found.
In a gentle way, yeah.
Headshot snipers.
Yeah,
Headshot snipers feel good.
I have found it, after a hard day's work, there's nothing more rewarding than shooting highly in VR.
Yeah.
You're getting targeted.
Yes.
Mhm,
You can
yeah.
shoot me in your dream.
Yeah.
Have
Hey,
anybody
I gotta ask-
dreamed
I gotta
in
ask-
VR?
I haven't yet,
No.
which is
I
surprising.
think I have.
I
I just
think
don't
so.
really remember too much of that. Like,
I gotta
one or
know. I
two.
bet you
I
all you
did.
guys do this though.
Crazy.
Do you guys ever enter into a VR world that isn't Super Rumble and immediately start grabbing?
I've
for your
been
fake gun?
I've been
Yeah.
doing
Yes,
it here for,
yes.
for
That's
like
a good
all
question,
the time.
yes.
It's not
You
working.
I did that in this
You
world.
start-
I did that in this
Oh,
world.
yeah.
Like,
I
We all
always
see Super Rumble,
grab
so
at
we
my
always see
hip.
a lot of people. Like you gotta clock it. too.
Yeah, especially when I see the people from Super Rumble, my instinct is to grab my gun and start shooting at them.
Start shooting.
Yeah.
Mhm.
she like,
I mean,
yeah, this
Super Rumble was I mean, when it first came out, it looked just like Arena Clash. It had like the middle platform that was the same. Like it's almost
Oh,
like they
that's
copied and
right.
pasted
right.
and just added stuff.
Mhm.
They did take the nostalgia away when they added the bass. I understand why they added the bass, but Arena Clash is simple. You don't have to worry about a
Mhm.
million things. So that's why some players
Mhm.
do like it, and some players have that feeling of the like nostalgia to like be there.
Mhm.
But in
Mhm.
Super
Oh,
Rumble,
it's a
man, I mean,
great
like
game.
I had to now worry about you with Super Dash, and then I gotta worry about this guy with Super Punch, this guy with
Mhm.
Super Ammo, this one has Super Tough, and like
it's a lot of
having
dynamics.
to
It's a lot
Web.
of
having
The
to like
dynamics is
remember
crazy.
what everyone has, when they activate it, what I have, what like
The
what weapons you
timing.
have.
Yep.
It gets intense.
Mhm.
Like I mean,
It's
you
a
beat
lot
me
of
like
math.
these last two games by like a few seconds.
Dude, yeah, the
And
last 10
tournaments have
seconds.
been
Yeah.
won by 1 second,
Mhm.
by one kill, 1 second, and so that intensity,
Absolutely.
it's hyped. I mean, that brings the players out. I mean, I've seen players scream, like when they win and
Yeah.
and all that fun stuff. It gets intense in there, bro. It really does. It gets intense because
Yep.
every
It's
second
fun.
counts.
It's
Every
like you
second
really
counts.
fighting on there.
You are,
Really
yeah,
fighting
Yeah.
on there for sure.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
we gotta keep that going.
Yeah.
There's something charming about in this game, you face adversity.
Mhm.
And it's like there are times when it's looking like you have 0% chance to win the game. You have a bad spawn or weapons aren't available or somebody uses their superpower against you right when you get the perfect weapons. That you're
Mhm.
wanting to
To grab.
really start going on attack, but it's a game different than many where you realize never give up, and even though you're losing now, it doesn't mean you can't catch up.
Right.
And so it's like there's this
Right.
this
Yeah, this diversity
there's a good
and
there's a good
randomness.
attitude. Yeah,
Mhm.
you got to have a good attitude and just say, you know what, sometimes things aren't going to go my way, but I'm gonna try as hard as I can.
Yeah. Not every game is your game. I've seen players win one match completely, like a lot of kills, and then the next two, they can't catch up, and it's like it just happens. It's all based on spawns, their decisions to grab this
Yeah.
weapon instead
Yeah,
of that
some of the
weapon.
greats,
I
that
do-
some of the
Yeah,
great
I-
you can beat the greatest in this game.
Yeah.
I
You
do.
can.
I do feel like
It's
once
rare,
once you're
but you can.
at a certain level, I feel like it's all about luck. You know what I mean? At that point, it's all about like I can beat highly some rounds. He can beat me some rounds, and it's all about luck. You know what I mean? And wait a
Where you
second, just to
spawn.
add on, highly, I do remember he kept coming up to me as I was teaching him how to play. I don't know why you use Super Dash. Super Dash is the weakest power, but I'm the one over here showing him how to, how it's done. Even to this day.
You showed,
and one
you
other
showed
player.
me it is really the weakest power.
Mhm.
No,
You just
you have
proved
a
that to me.
Mm.
you have a highlight clip from one of the last tournaments. You use Super Dash to like evade a rocket launcher like so close to you. Like you went forward and you dashed backwards, you missed, and then you killed them.
Yeah.
So I mean, you and one other player have shown off that super dash. It's not just a weak power. It depends on who, how the player is using it. Because I
Yeah.
mean, these last two games, you were using it very good. And
Thank you. I
I
appreciate
think
it.
very
every
skilled
power
with
has
it.
its
Very
benefits.
skilled.
So it really goes down to like who's in the game, what powers they have, and how you're gonna counter their power with your power. So I mean, there's
And
so much that goes on to
something to
win the
add to
game.
that a bit. I think it's just the fact that I'm just religiously using it. So no matter what
Mhm.
Yeah.
new skills other people have to let, or if they're using
Yep.
the web, they're using the the shield, the super punch. I just have to develop my own way with the dash
Mhm.
and figure it out. And that's what I've been realizing now. And even now, a year into the dash, I'm still learning new things. So I feel like a lot of these players that just keep using the same powers, they're very special.
Yeah.
And shout out to the ones that are very good with every power. But there's a lot of skills that come before that, you know what I mean, that make them win those games,
Mhm.
because you're just a great sniper, you're just a great swordsman with the
Mm,
shotgun.
Right. Right.
You could just once these games start coming out that okay, we're gonna not use superpowers this round, then a lot of these skilled players are gonna shine bright too. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Yeah.
go ahead,
Good.
Mugger.
Yeah, yeah. So
Muggernot.
same thing. So anytime we go into a room, we know who uses what. Like I always remember a pattern of who uses what because I'm good at super punch. So everybody knows that that's all I use. But because I started learning how to snipe, then now people are like, "Oh no, that she's a good sniper. Now let's fear her because she knows how to snipe." But you learn people's behavior patterns, which is awesome because everybody has their go-to thing that they do. And so when you see them, you're like, okay, I already know what they're going to do. So you do something different to combat what they do. But I think a lot of that is just watching people behavior, the way they move. And I always stand back and I watch to see what people do first. And that's how I'm able to counteract what they're doing. But it's all about just behavior patterns and patterns of people and what they do in the game itself.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, super punch is so great
I'm
because I
glad
feel
you
like
said
you don't.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could piggyback off that.
So if we
Oh,
don't
I was,
agree
my
that
bad.
the super dash is the weakest, do we agree that the super punch is the greatest power?
Oh, okay.
So I mean, the
I
super punch
think
was used the most
I
in
think
the
it's the most
tournament.
preferred. I think
Mhm.
yeah, a lot of people like it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's also predictable because if you know that someone has a
that's
super
true.
punch, I mean, and you grab the super tough, you see people like kind of like clashing and then
You
going
counter
like their
it.
own ways because he can't really
Mhm.
defeat the shield unless they have a sword and they go for the super slice. You know,
Mhm.
that's what I call it when you super punch and slice somebody.
Super
Slicing.
slice. Oh, is
But
that you heard it
yeah,
here
super
first?
slice. Yeah, it's
That's a
when you
super
when you use a
slice.
super punch against a super tough and you just slice them
Mhm.
while super punching
Hmm.
a super slice.
Yeah,
But
there you go.
to piggyback off C.Dubb's comment earlier regarding like elite on like players, I do want to give a quick shout out to CQ because
Mhm.
he is a young fella, younger than all of us here, and he
Oh yeah.
won two tournaments back to back. He won the free for all, and he won the 1 versus 1. So I mean, and what I seen CQ do is adapt his powers. He didn't stick with one power, and to me on his match versus Root, he predicted that Root was gonna use super tough. So he used the grenade launcher against that most of the match. And I personally haven't seen someone like target the super tough with a grenade shot, but it worked so well. It was snapping, like a shield. Um so I mean CQ, young kid, great player, made it to the top, won 2 tournaments. And then Gabe,
Mhm.
Bridge on the beat,
Shout out
for
Gabe.
coming second place. And then Fuyo. for always being quick and
Wait, what
his
tournament
thin
was that?
little body floating around. On the free for all.
Gabe won second place.
Let's see. Let me make sure it was a free for all.
Yeah.
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 He's
Oh
second.
my.
On the Gabe
What?
came
Yeah,
Gabe
he
came
was.
second place.
I think that was a surprise to all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because the first
Mhm.
tournament, everybody
Good
was
job,
neck
Gabe.
face. I'm neck face and root, and
Right.
then CQ, Gabe, and Fruyo came in, and don't get me wrong, root and neck face came close. I think fourth and fifth.
Yeah.
But it's nice to see new players, like adapt to these great players,
Right.
Oh, absolutely.
and
Yeah,
I mean-
yeah. But by the way, so on the same day of the finals for the free for all, I was training with CQ and Furio. I'm playing games with them before the finals, so I helped them to win.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I mean,
that's why
and
they
that's
won.
the thing.
There you
Yeah, I
go.
mean,
That's why they play so high.
there is like teachers
Play
out there. I have seen coaches.
Yeah.
I guess like you could call them that, and it's effective because you seeing your moves and then seeing it from a third point of view.
Yeah.
You see a lot more that you can't see because you're so focused on
Mhm.
like killing and stuff like that.
I want
But
I want
that's why
to
we
ask
also posted to like videos.
I want to ask DJ.
Yeah.
Are you able to talk right now? See, you're muted right now.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, I want to ask you,
Noise
man.
in the background. We're
I
good.
think this is an important question. You're level 7,000, right? Level
Mhm.
7, about
7,212.
Yeah,
Okay,
about
so my
about.
question.
Hold on, Eileen. I need to ask this. About 3
Okay.
times more than I am, right? Do you religiously play Super Punch?
Yep, I got 100
And that's
14,000 super punches.
and to add to that, do you feel like you've
But I
figured
love all the superpowers.
you feel like you've figured out every like corner to this super punch? Like, do you like hiding behind walls, just going behind them, coming around, just punching them,
No,
being in the
no,
air,
I'm still learning.
just
Still learning.
slowly like being in the air, sniping someone, or just going around that one
I'm
little
still learning.
hill. Yeah, you still learning?
Yep.
I'm still learning it.
Do you feel like you're the most
Yeah,
skilled
Like
with
when
it?
I first
definitely
started
need
using
to
it, I didn't
learn.
like it.
Yeah.
I had learned when I first started Super Rumble, I liked the super jump better than every other superpower because it reloads pretty fast. And,
Yeah.
but I couldn't really control the jump, so I keep going out of bounds. So that's one thing I didn't like about it.
Yeah.
So I noticed when people use the super punch, they could kind of steer where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
So that's when I started using it, and then I just started practicing like how to steer and where I'm going.
Yeah. Shout out
Just trying
to
to get
Super
better
Punch,
at
man.
that.
It's the fastest moving power in the game. It'll get
And
you
then
from one side
you
to
can
the
move
next.
fast,
Yeah.
and then you can kill somebody, and then you can use like you said, I can use a sword to slash the bubble if I go fast enough. So it's like, yeah, it's a lot of different superpowers in one.
What's your favorite Super
Yes.
Punch move?
I had one.
What's yours?
So, because like how you could slow down and like speed up the like
Right.
super punch. It's nice when like you have a shotgun and like you fly by a player, slow down, shoot them, and then speed up to use your super punch on another
somebody
player.
else,
Because that way you use
Multiple kills.
the super punch to kill
Yeah.
2 players.
That's good.
And also
I
it
think that's my
can't-
favorite too.
It's not
Yeah.
just an offensive move, like power. It's also defensive. You could run away from a bad
yeah.
situation because if you have the rockets, you don't want to lose it. You know that fight is gonna get you killed. You go away, settle, like back up, and then go back at it.
That's
I think that's
true.
one of the only superpowers that can do that. I mean, same thing with the dash. You could dash away.
Mm-hmm.
So but
great
the
advantage.
super punch is definitely a crazy
Yeah.
thing.
How about your C.Dubb?
Flying
What's your...
into the window.
Oh, yeah,
Flying into a window, coming out the door, and then killing the person on top, and
Makes
even
you feel
going
so
outside
cool,
the
right?
walls. Yeah. Because once you
Yeah.
learn how to maneuver the door frames and everything, you do crazy things. Yeah, like
Do
that's what I
you,
learned how to do.
That's true.
Mhm.
do you play standing up?
It just depends on who I play. I mean, for the most
Because
part, I do. Yeah.
I feel like standing up, you will be able to use super punch much more effectively because
Mhm.
tapping you know, like if you could crash, but being able
Mhm.
to like turn around and fly around, I mean, I feel like
Mhm.
I'm flying, you know,
Hmm.
it's
Right.
fun.
Right.
How about yours,
Mhm.
C.Dubb? What's
Oh,
your
well,
That's your
well,
secret.
what's your
Oh,
what's your like
That's my thing. You have to stand up.
favorite
I'm sorry,
super
you gotta
punch
stand
Yeah.
up to
move?
play Super
Yeah.
Rumble.
I learned something.
You gotta stand
Can
up,
you hear?
bro.
Can you hear us?
So
I
C-Dub?
haven't heard you in a while. Are you talking to
Yeah,
us?
see, that's what
You're
you
probably
doing.
muted.
Oh, you're go
Unmute.
press
Unmute.
mute
Unmute
and
again.
unmute. I mean, yeah.
Cause I
You
know
go for
I
it.
didn't hear him in a while. I know he's probably
Can
Are
you
you
hear me
talking.
now?
talking?
Well, I didn't hear him.
yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes, there you go. Oof.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I was
I've
gonna
just
shake you.
been listening. No, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tap your
I
mic.
mean everybody knows I fell in love with Super Punch early, so that's my bread and butter. I have a few, I've versed myself on all the other skills, so I can do them all competitively, but my favorite's Super Punch. And I gotta say, there's piggyback on a thought. There's a lot of newer players popping in, and sometimes we have hours, we got reps, but there's sometimes these young kids are just savages,
Oh yeah.
and it's
Mhm.
scary because I'm an old man that's playing a young man's game, and
Nah, it's an
it's
everyone's
fun.
game. It's an everyone's game.
It's fun. It's fun being an old man playing a young man's game because most esports or other video games, it's the kids that are crushing.
Mhm.
So
Shout
I
out to
have
QC.
time
Shout
to
out to QC. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I was actually gonna go. But it does not take a lot of time for these young kids to figure it out. And CQ is an example.
figure it
My
out
son,
quick.
super
Yeah.
sidekick. He's level 200, but he can kick butt.
Shout
He
out
just,
Super Psychic.
he's
He did great,
9.
and he did great in the
The super
tournament too.
sidekick. He's 9, but I don't let him play that often, so he just doesn't have the reps that his dad has. But he's a killer. I want to shout out to my boy Rat Butter, who's brand new and
Oh,
competing
he's
with
really
the
good.
best.
He is really good.
Yeah. he's
Competing
good.
with the best. He is young.
I keep hearing
but
that
he is
name.
a
I keep hearing that
killer.
name. I don't think I've
Uh-oh.
played with him. I
He's
think I've seen him before though.
He's level
I
like
just want to warn
600,
you.
700.
We
He's,
might.
I don't.
Hey,
He's really
hey,
good.
Yeah.
we might be seeing you guys
have
in the
played with him.
tournaments. He and I plan to
Yes.
team up. So just look
Oh,
out.
okay, so
Rat Butter.
C-Dub,
New names is
C-Dub.
always
Rat
fun
Butter.
to see. I love
Telling you
that.
here now.
That's awesome.
Telling you here now. We're looking forward to it.
That's a good team.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
good team. So C-Dub,
Yeah.
a part of Super Punch being
He's got
your
a great attitude. So for that reason, I'm a big fan.
a part of Super
Yeah.
Punch being your favorite superpower. What is your favorite trick with the Super Punch?
He nailed it on the head. There's
That-
nothing better than making a kill on your way to make a second kill.
Oh, okay.
But I also love, and I don't think it's much of a secret anymore, super slashing on the way to kill somebody else is also very rewarding.
Ooh.
So when you have a knife in your hand and you fly into them with your knife and they die on the way to kill somebody else,
Wow.
not much more rewarding than that.
It sounds like you can get up to
So-
3
We love-
kills at that point because you can, like, let's say someone's right in front of you, you slash them, shotgun them, and then finish
you
off with
could
somebody else.
slash,
And blow
shoot,
up on the other
super
one.
That's
It
punch.
happens. Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
I know.
that's the
this
super
is a bit
duper
weird.
slash.
Has anyone like enjoyed a Super Punch dance? Have you seen two players flying in the air just trying to like catch each other?
so
I love that
fun.
so much.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
love
I've seen
seeing
that.
that.
I've seen
I love
that.
experiencing it. There's one in a tournament where like you see them like swirling around until like one of them like blew up. Stuff like that is why I love like hosting. I would love to compete, but hosting and seeing that, especially with this upcoming tournament that I'm being told we're gonna have infield cameras. and
Oh.
like following the players.
That's
So to
awesome.
see that
Yeah.
up close, where people are just
How
dancing
they
around,
play
on
and
like each other,
That'd be
it's
cool.
gonna be intense. It's gonna be so much fun
Yeah.
to like watch.
So Highlifive, what's
So
your?
Let's
there's always
go.
questions.
Okay.
There's always questions. I'm sorry. There's
No,
always
you're good.
questions about people asking about tournament and, oh, you played the tournament. How do you sign up? That kind of thing. Do you have any direction for people who want to sign up? Where to find the information?
Yeah, so the best way is to follow us on, our pages on Super Rumble community on Instagram and Facebook. It will be posted to both like pages. On Facebook, if you go under the feature tabs, it'll tell you the most important things, and on Instagram, it'll be like the pinned comment. The trailer, hopefully we'll have a date. I just know that the next tournament's tricky because it's not being hosted by me. It is, but like it's not. I mean, I'm not sure how much I can say, but there's gonna be some like involvement with some big people,
Oh,
and
wow.
they're gonna give me some dates hopefully soon, so that I'm
Okay,
able
good.
to
Thank you.
help you guys out. But
Thank you.
that's the
Thanks.
best
Yeah,
way.
that's good.
Sharing for whatever you can is
Yeah.
okay. We understand.
Yeah.
You gotta
I
keep
mean,
it confidential.
I don't
at some
think-
Hey, I
points.
would just
don't think-
say, tune into Sports Center for my highlights. This is what I would
Yes,
recommend.
I would love someone to open up a sports center. I try to.
That was
It's
a
just
joke.
it's a lot to do, to like manage.
Yeah,
But a
it
sports
is
center where
a lot
people
to
get to like
manage.
interview the top players, interview, or like just look back at like the plays that caused like the win, and like talk about it.
Mhm.
Like, oh, if he went for the rocket instead of this, he might have gotten that kill, and like just see how like the small moves can make a big difference and stuff like that. But
we are
I'm hoping
still
eventually we
the
can get it.
pioneers.
Absolutely, sounds good.
Which
Mhm.
is
That's
cool.
a great idea.
We're
Yes,
the
we are.
pioneers.
We still
That's
are.
what I feel about VR. I feel like we're the 1st
Mhm.
people like on the internet. When the internet first started, we're like the first, batch
For real,
of
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
worldwide hunters. You know
Well,
what I
I
mean?
want to wrap this up. There will be more episodes like
Mhm.
this, and we would definitely want to continue talking with C.Dubb, DJ, A Bit of Luck, and Highlifive Muggernot in here. And we're gonna wrap this up for today. But thank you guys so much for popping out, and giving us this great, conversation.
for inviting.
I think
Thank
me,
you.
myself,
inviting
and the
us.
listeners really appreciate this moment right here, because we do have some of the greats in here, and maybe future greats. You know what I mean?
Appreciate y'all.
So
Yeah,
awesome. All right. Well, this wraps it
Yeah.
up. All right.
Thanks, Meezy.
Stay tuned for the next episode.
Shout out to the
Wait,
Super
don't
Rumble
leave me.
community.
One last shout out
Oh, yeah,
to the
go
top
ahead.
10 players that did the Super Rumble leaderboard challenge. We had Neckface, Meta Newbie, DJ, Retro, CQ, Chill Puppy.
Shout
We
out
had
to
Sunny D's, Fast Z, Apollo's Charge, and Ishg. They killed the top 10 leaderboard challenge, and that will be coming back. Maybe not with like rewards, but just being on a top board. I'm sure DJ understands the feeling of being the number one. So to give players some other chances, I'm sure they're gonna fight, like for that spot. So shout
Oh,
out to
yeah.
all those players who took time and like
Nice.
rumbled. And shout out to like all of you for like being here. Mizzy, awesome podcast, bro. Everyone subscribe, follow A1 Productions, and thank you all.
subscribe,
Thank you so
follow,
much.
like, and we out.
We out.
It was great.